Hello, everyone. Okay, so this week's a little bit different. I did my breath work, got into that calm space, and went to pull a card, and two came up. And I did not feel inclined to pick one over the other, or even to choose between the two. It was very clear they were stuck together. They were a pair. They wanted to be read together. And then when I pulled and flipped them over, it made complete sense. Because they basically have the same message, which just to me means it's going to be amplified and in different ways. So I pulled from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and I can't really say the first one. It was one of them that I pulled was the Upper World. So the upper world is said to be a place where angels, ancient ones, luminous beings, divine helpers, where they're all housed. And so it's also a place where we can go to really understand our divine purpose and our fullest possibilities. So those of you who know me probably know by now that I really like Abraham Hicks. It resonates a lot with me. And so it's almost like the vortex. That's what I think of this upper world as being like, that's where anything that we could dream of, like it's there for us. We just have to resonate with it. And so it's also a place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey into the light. So when this card is pulled, it's asking you to really step truly forward into your fully realized self. That this is a big thing. It's not about settling for anything less than that. So just not little incremental in changes, it's saying remove the distraction and step fully into it. That there is all of this abundance, all of these opportunities, possibilities, your full potential out there. Don't wait any longer. Understand it, feel it, know that it's there, and it's time to make that a reality. It talks about when we perceive those things that we perceive as obstacles or in fact irritations that we need in order to take the great leap. So it's kind of like that the thing that might be the catalyst that sets us forward to have us really step forward. And it says also, remember, you can't cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. So it's saying go for it. So this is where it gets interesting, because the card that wanted to come with it was the journey. And what this card symbolizes is, it's the essence of it is, it's an invitation to step outside the boundaries of life as you know it, which we're all doing that in some way. Life is not looking at all like it did before, like a month or two ago. And it's not a holiday, but it is all about being on a pilgrimage into the unknown. And there are no maps. This is all new territory. There are no marked paths. There are no road signs. So it is you're stepping into this unknown. It's quite the journey. But it's time to do so. So it's saying that this time, it's now. It's time to embark on this journey, and that we're not supposed to linger around. The ship is here, and it's time to step forward and get on the ship. And knowing that because the time is right, that we're going to be led by our truth. And the more that we can stay connected to our own truth, and we will, the path will unfold before us. And so even when we're not sure where we're going, just know that the first steps, the commitment and the dedication, the choice to go on this journey is really the most important. You're departing from your shore of normalcy or whatever, and you're stepping into this abyss that can be incredible. So we like to call it the infinite realm of possibilities. So, but if you're going to stay on the shore of comfort, you're never going to be able to go on the journey to get to the upper world and understand your fullest potential and have that be realized. And so they're saying if we miss this opportunity, if we don't take advantage of this pilgrimage time, then we don't know when the next shift's going to come and if we'll be able to get on that. And so I just really love the fact, where did the other one go? That these 2 cards were pulled together. So it's it's like the same message, but different in different ways. And I am pretty sure, and I do not like keep track of it really at all. I'm pretty sure we've pulled this one. I guess we've been doing this since November every week, and I have several decks, and in each deck are like 60 some cards. And so the fact that this card, I'm almost sure, has been pulled, I think is significant. It's I don't know. I like to look at it as significant in saying that the time is now to take advantage of it. And it is saying like, no one really knows. Like, we don't know, but it's about trusting. And when we have the upper world and we know that there's like, we have all of this potential, we have this beautiful vortex of possibilities of everything we could dream of, and even things that we didn't even know we could dream of. If we can be open to those possibilities, then holy cow, like now is the time. What are we waiting for? And I know, like, right now, we feel very inclined to be very protective and to kind of shut ourselves in. Like, literally, because we literally are doing that, but also just because we're not sure what's going to happen. And I don't know what this means for you in your life, but I have an inclination that you might. That there might be something that you are feeling I mean, if you're watching this, it's because you're connecting with some of the stuff already. So you're probably in tune with some of those messages that maybe you're hearing, some of those, some internal guidance, I guess. And so now is the time to really kind of just tune into that and figure out what is the step, what is it? And if you're not sure, like, that's what I think is great about this, is they're not saying like, they're saying no one knows, but they're saying that there is something big. And so don't live in regret. Don't live in that, the message of we don't know when the ship will come. I mean, that's something that I always think about in my own life, is how, we might take a leap of faith and it could make us fall flat on our face and we could regret it. But at least we'll always know we took the leap of faith, that we went on this adventure, and maybe it didn't turn out to be everything we thought it would be, but holy cow, like, at least we did it. And I always had this thing, like, when life was really overwhelming and really kind of chaotic and it felt like failure all around me, and I would think like, man, I'm going to have really incredible stories to tell my nursing home friends because it's like, you can't make this stuff up. But if we aren't willing to get off, to start the journey, to understand and connect with this like vastness of opportunity and potential, then we're going to live a small life that we're going to end up thinking like, man, we wasted so much time and we wasted so much. And I think that that's like the biggest disservice we have, is we've been chosen, or we chose to reincarnate at this time, this place, for a reason. There is all of this light within us, and they're saying like the upper world knows it. It's there, but if we let our human condition, and we let fear, and we let our worries about these external things that, no, I'm not saying that they don't matter, but we give them so much more emphasis than really what they need. And we let that get in the way of us fully realizing why we were here and all of our fullest potential. It's like a waste, and that's so sad that, it's like having that china or the great, I don't know, those really cool things that we have and we never use, and you never ever use them. And that's that gem inside of us all. We have this gem. What are we waiting for? Use the gem and see the gem and express the gem so other people around you can see it. And that might motivate them to be like, man, those are things I can be doing too, or I should follow this path, or whatever it might be. So, because it can be very contagious. Okay, that went a little long, but you know what? There were 2 cards, so it was going to take a little bit longer. Last week's Oracle, internet slow, and so I really, on Facebook, I upload it on YouTube also, so if you want to have it quicker, on YouTube it's usually a little bit faster. Facebook, it's like you hit upload, and then it tells you when it's going to be up, and then it'll be like 3 days later, and it's upside down. So I'm just doing the best we can with this technology stuff. Okay, well, get to it and have a good week.